Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Rangers Rundown. I am your host, Swiz, back for episode 3. Special guest with us today, but before getting to that, as always, my co-host, Naypay. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Mate, I'm well as I can be with this toe injury that continues to stretch on, but we'll get more into that about it later. What about yourself, mate? What's been happening?
Nah, not too much. Just rehab at the moment, and yeah, hopefully getting back out there soon.
Yeah, well, it's weird for our special guest to be here because this is literally the injury ward for the Rangers. But this guy is very much not in that. The absolute champion of the club. Sando, welcome, mate.
Thank you very much for having me.
Not a problem in the world. Couldn't think of a better guest. I've had somebody who's it looks like he's a visitor at your house at the moment. Heard he's drinking all your beer. It's been telling me that you're coming up to a milestone very soon for the club, and I think it's just a chance for him to talk about his own milestone. But yeah, Chep has been in my ear saying, yeah, we got to obviously get the great man on. So here we are, and we do appreciate it.
No, thank you very much for having me. It's it's fun, and he is drinking my beer at the moment. I'm watching him.
Yeah, and the moment I messaged him today to ask some stuff about you, yeah, it's amazing. He just rolls up to your place, mate. So it might be trying to defend himself for the crap that Naypay and I do give him on this podcast.
Oh, I have no doubt. Have no doubt at all. He's outside. He said, "I don't want to know anything about what's going on in there." So he's gone aloof a bit.
Well, before we kick into you, we'll kick into like the event coming up because I did see that advertised. Naypay, what's happening this Saturday night?
So what I've been harping on for the last couple of weeks, our beer pong that we do every year. It's a slabber team, just your normal slabs like our Great Northerns, VBs, Carlton Dries, and if you can try and get them in cans as well, just helps stock the fridge a little bit more. That'll be the entry. That's per team, not each person. And then the cash prize, there's a cash prize for non-Rangers players is $150, and then if you're a player, we get free dinner for the year. So yeah, it's a good prize and always a good night. I know Dave Tucker's pretty happy about it. So yeah, it'd be good to see him in action.
Sando, how do you go at the old beer pong, mate?
No, not good at all. No.
Well, mate, perfect. Are you going to get an entry this week? Or are we going to see you back at the club Saturday night showing us your best work?
I have to go to work. Unfortunately, this week I have to go to work after the game, so I have to leave at tea on Saturday. And the sad thing about doing shift work is that, you have to sacrifice some things. And unfortunately, the old beer pong is going to be one of them this week for me, unfortunately.
Mate, I know all about that as a shift worker myself, so I'm meant to actually be on shift now. Hello to my colleagues out there, but yeah, off of the old foot injury. But we're flying, mate. We're flying here for the Rangers, mate. We obviously got you on. We want to talk about yourself. Now, if I put this up here, it's pretty impressive, mate. 295 games, 1,784 runs, 73 catches, 443 wickets for the Rangers, mate. Pretty happy with that that career so far.
It's been all right. I can't complain.
Yeah, looking through some of the records, mate, it's the longevity for starters. 295 games, like it's probably a bit easier now with these 14 and 17 game seasons and whatever they're throwing at us. But I'm sure when we started, it was sort of like 10 game years. So you probably won't get as much cricket, a lot more 2-day cricket. So unlike these days, especially because of obviously COVID, we played a lot more 1-day cricket. But to play that much, we're talking 25, 30 years of cricket there, mate.
Yeah, I think the split innings has helped a lot. Even though I think it's maybe destroyed vets cricket a little bit, but to get out there and every week, I love it. I get out there every week. A bad day at cricket will always beat a good day at work. I love it so much, and I love the club. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. So, and it's so good to see so much success. and there were down times, but the good times are now. We just ride on that.
Perfect, mate. Take you back, mate. How did you get involved in cricket?
My my grandfather and my father were very big cricket fans, and they got me heavily involved with it from a very young age. I started. I know it's faux pas, but I started at Mooroolbar Cricket Club as a junior.
Cool.
Yeah, very bad. But because of their poor management, I involved with church with Bill Lyle, and he said, "You're not enjoying cricket? Come down to this place. It might be pretty good." And I ended up at Croydon United Cricket Club, and that's the tale of the tape. I've been there ever since.
Love it, mate. Mooroolbark's mistake is our win, so very happy for the Barkers stuff up there, mate. And then so it would have been going through the junior program and then into seniors.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, I came from a probably different angle. I really didn't enjoy myself down at Mooroolbark. No one's watching. It wasn't a really good environment, and that's what I love about what we've got is that we're just a family. Everyone says that we're a family club, blah 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 blah. But I truly believe that we've just got a great group of people that really endeavour to try their absolute best and get the desired result.
And you're in a bit of a unique situation because you do have a brother who does play cricket. Was it a real backyard rivalry growing up? Was that the sort of thing that spurred you on, or
so it was pretty easy for me.
And obviously have played, especially coming back recently in the vets and playing together and that. And there must be some good memories of the fact that you got to play with him. Outside, we'll get into mates as well, but just from a family point of view there.
Oh, look, absolutely. I love Nick's. He's probably watching this, and I'll self-commit it. He got all the ability. He got all the ability with all of it, and I have to play second fiddle to him. But it's always a joy. It's great. I celebrate his achievements as much as I celebrate everyone else's achievements. What they do. But it is a bit special to play cricket with him. Yeah, absolutely.
He was quite friendly when I was asking messages about people who wanted to share some stories. So he did look after you. Maybe not as much some of the other people, but we'll touch on that in a second. In regards to you obviously made a lot of mates over your time at Rangers and that, and playing with them. Anyone that really comes to mind that's been really special? You've got that long life friendship with.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Thomas by far is we had the biggest bromance under the sun with a lot of young guys like Nathan and like Matty Lowe and Darcy Turnbull and guys like that coming through. Jenko, a lot of the guys that are sitting up now, they probably saw a bit of a bromance going on with myself and Tomo. But he's one of my favourites. He's absolutely, I've been there a long time, and he was absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, one of my favourites.
Naypay, do you have anything to share or ask the great man?
I want to know about the records in grand finals. What was it in the end? I know you got your first one 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Yeah. Only a couple of years ago, but including Vets grand finals, I think I'm sitting at about 10-1, 1 win, 10 losses.
Yeah, right.
Pretty ordinary.
No. But no, it's unreal to get to 11 grand finals, I guess. But would have been nice to split them in half, I reckon.
It's
that's what I agree with Naypay. It's great that you made it there, but what about yourself, mate? There's a couple of those records in the grand finals, from a personal point of view.
I went to water. I was terrible in all of them. I was shit ass.
It's funny. One of the stitch ups I did have somebody message me and say, "Can I talk about the day I took 8 for and Fluffer took the other 2 bowling his very average leg spin, while Sando twirled away for 18 over straight and didn't look like taking a pole?"
Yep. No, I saw a handstand. I saw everything. It was one of my favourite games, actually, to be honest. Out at what's it called, Chandler Park at Baronia, and this stocky little fella just comes in and takes wickets at will, and I'm bursting the pupper valve to try and take one, and he's taking him at nauseum. But yeah, to see the handstand, that was probably a highlight.
I like the fact when I was asking around with people that they want to put their own highlights in and know about you. There was like, oh, this is a great chance I can mention some stuff. One person did mention is the fact that just away from cricket, obviously the mateships, especially that you get on cricket trips. There was a story from Adelaide from about 6 or 7 years ago where might have not been able to find the toilet in your room.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Do we dare go in a little bit more about that?
No, I don't answer questions, mate. That's yeah.
I did have somebody else also talk about a footy game from 25 years ago when you were playing against Nuttawading, and there might have been an all-in draw.
There's bloody Hodgie. Not too much.
But I love it. I love the fact that there was a few of the guys who are like it was very positive, which I love, and it's obviously the impact you make around the club, mate. Where people just like, there's nothing I want to stir the bloke about. He's just an absolute legend, which is awesome to hear.
I appreciate that.
Going forward now, and that obviously, mate, you've done a lot with your career. You've got, I hear the young ones in the background. It's looking forward to hopefully maybe getting them.
There you are. Hello.
Do we have a potential future Ranger there, mate? Do you see yourself getting into that coaching side when she grows up? And
look, absolutely. Right now, busy dealing with her, but as always, I will put my hat in the ring for absolutely anything the club wants me to do in the near future.
Oh, mate, talking like a real club legend there. Naypay, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, not really. I think we've covered everything that Sando's done, which is hard to do. But I know he could talk about himself for 40 minutes here, but I think we've got to get a move on. I think.
Yeah, moving on.
What's your best individual? What's your best individual game, Sando? What would you put down as your something that really stays in mind?
I don't have one particularly. It's more watching others succeed. All jokes aside, I've loved the last 3 years. My best individual game, to be honest, was Matty Lowe in that grand final against Chirnside Park out there at Kimberley, and watching him absolutely go bunter and win a second 11 premiership. It's probably the best cricket memory I can think of just off the cuff right now.
Yeah, we actually just had another one come through in the text message, mate. It said, what was he? He'll probably tell you this anyway. When top scoring opening the batting at Norwood, embarrassing the rest of us, ask him to quote Anchorman. He'll come out with by. Actually, I should ask you that. Ask him to quote Anchorman. What are we going to throw up here, mate?
Oh. I've got a lot of leather-bound books, and my room smells of rich mahogany.
Oh, that's great, mate. Well, while we've got you here, we probably should talk a little bit of the cricket about the weekend. So we do have the 4th 11 down there playing, at home playing against St Andrews. You want to talk us through this game, mate?
Great game. It's always good beating St Andrews. I can't lie. It's one of my favourites. What do? We bowled first. For the first 2 games of the season, we really bowled well. Dave Tucker, what an amazing captain. He's really pulled the strings really well. The wickets, Byron Bradshaw, from a shocker from round one, came back and took 4 wickets. Juki was on a hat trick. He took 2, and the rest of the wickets were shared. And pretty much Nathan Head, the preacher, came in to bat, and he made a 50. And it was pretty smooth. So it was a pretty stock standard win after that. It was, good solid win. And for the 4s, extremely unusual to win a game. And it was good. It was amazing. And congratulations to Tux for his captaincy. He pulled all the right strings, and we got the W.
Perfect, mate. Was it you or Bordy who brought up the winning runs there?
Oh, funny story. I was coming back for the second to get the winning runs, but Bordy put me straight back in my place and said, "No, mate, this is on me today." So I had to sit at the other end and enjoy Bordy's triumph. So that was pretty cool too. To hit for a mate to hit the winning runs and to be out there with him. That was pretty cool.
Oh, perfect, mate. Absolutely perfect. So, yeah, that's good, mate. 1-1, and can just sort of move on with the season now and hopefully make a good fist of it.
Yeah, I think we're in a good place. We're in a good place, and I think looking at the competition going around, we'll be all right.
Yeah, no, it looks a pretty good side, and obviously there's going to be some changes depending on performances in the 3rds and the 5th, but so far, yeah, no, it looks pretty good, and you were team of the week last week, so yeah, hopefully we can. It looks like there'll be somebody from that team replacing you, but as long as there's, I guess, a couple of the guys stepping up each week, you guys will make a good fist of it.
I think that's the beautiful thing. I had a conversation with my friend Ivan, and instead of a few of us doing the work, it was a team effort, and everyone got in and had a crack, and we got the desired result.
Perfect. Who you guys got this week coming up? I haven't actually.
Coming up, we've got East Ringwood away in our first 2 days. So down in that Fred Hodgkins, the small little lower ground. But that'll be a challenge. But I'm quietly confident. I won't put the Mozza on it, but I think we'll be all right.
A question that nobody usually gets asked or whatever. Grounds, mate. Do you actually have any grounds you prefer playing at, or any interesting memories of any of the grounds that we do get to play at in the RDCA?
Well, yeah, I actually this bloody ground, and it's going to come up again. Is it's only a recent one, and it was we were playing Coldstream or something like that, and it was at the primary school at Coldstream. I don't remember the name of the joint, but there's no way we should have even got on the park. It's a cow paddock, and it was not fit for purpose. And we had to win that day, but I reckon there was about 70 runs scored for the day, and all wickets out. It was a ridiculous. No way you should have played cricket on that ground.
Love it, mate. That's what it's about. Can't be as all good as Shilcock Reserve, mate. We got to go to these below average grounds sometimes.
We're very fortunate.
Oh, mate, I love it. Anything else you want to add before we let you go, mate?
No, absolutely not. Thank you for having me.
No, we appreciate it, Sando. You're welcome anytime, mate.
See you guys.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
All right, we'll get on to more of the cricket stuff now with Nathan and I. We thank Sando so much for coming on and joining us as Naypay has disappeared. But we do have a few other games we do need to review from the weekend, and we'll also get on to Team of the Week, which is obviously a big thing as Naypay comes back and joins me. You got me there, mate?
Yeah, so I don't know why. It must hate me when someone leaves or something happens to it. It's just ridiculous. But nah, easy fix.
Technology is a beautiful thing, mate.
Bloody oath it is.
What games did you go down and see over the weekend, mate?
So I was at the first 11 on the weekend, and yeah, it was pretty much we were on top from pretty much the start of the game. What did we do? We bowled first. They seemed, or not seemed, to get away in the first couple of overs, but it was looking like they might have a partnership, and then Bari stepped up, and so did Joe. Both those boys, we just kept taking consistent wickets, and they just kept throwing their wicket away. To be completely honest, there were some terrible dismissals from their side, and then the run out from Rory and Joe was unbelievable as well. Joe at point and Rory taking the ball at the non-striker's end. And then I will highlight Bolter's catch off Ryan Smith. It's out of the frog box, which is devastating for him. But he was at mid-off, and he's run about 30 metres back with the flight, stuck those big mitts of his out and hung on to it, and even got me out of the seat for the first wicket. So, I got the lads up and about, and I think that's just what set the standard for the day. And then in the batting, Jenk, as always, just steadied the ship there. Didn't score as many runs as he would have liked, but still 10 off 26. And then Kernsall, well, I hope he listens because it was soft, and I already told him. So
let's get it up. Let's burn the man here.
Absolutely.
Oh, straight up. He's walking off already. He knows it. He's like, I've seen enough of this.
And then, after that dismissal, it was Blake and Rory who really steadied the ship for us through the middle part. I think I went into the canteen to help out for a bit, and then next minute I walk out and Blake's on 40. I think someone was saying he hit 5 fours in a row. And then Rory he hit a few big bombs. And then got bowled late, and then obviously Blake went out. But and then just at the end, Jack and Stick get us over the line. Stick was quite boring in his approach with a 44 strike rate there, very low by his standards. But he said, I didn't want to go out for a golden duck and embarrass myself. So he just hit a few singles, and the boys got the job done. So it was an all-round good performance from the boys.
That's perfect, mate. Yeah, no, you're right. There is looks like 3 or 4 balls in a row that was on strike. We'll have a look at one of them here and that, and we'll see what you missed. It was early on too. He's only on 18. Rory's only just got in, 2 down. So you wouldn't want to lose another one here. They've obviously just dominated. On their champ. And we should probably we didn't look at the bowling stats, but we do need to give a bit of a mention to that, because there was you did say some good bowling there by Bari, Bolts, even the skip, but up the top there we've got Joe. It looks like it's been edited, because I'm sure he took 5 but 4 for anyway.
I
don't know what's happened there, that he's lost a wicket since since game day, but nonetheless, it's he's obviously bowled an absolute treat up the top, and took the 4 for 25 accordingly to that.
Yeah, no, he bowled superb. So always good to have Joey firing this time of year, any time of year really.
Yeah.
Always good to see him up and about.
All right, well, we'll whip through the other ones. Before we actually get into that, I've got a message from Ben, who's our under-10s coach, because he's like, we don't want to leave the juniors out of this. So I'll give a quick report, and then we'll get back into some of these other games. So away to East Ringwood, we bowled first and started well with a wicket in the first over. We had 9 players this week. We got wickets throughout. The finishing up, taking 11 for the 20 under 10s. They stay in for an allocated amount of balls, so you get 4 runs for every wicket taken. And then we had our turn to bat, and according to the kids, we won. They don't technically keep scores, but because it is non-competitive, but you try telling the kids that, because they're all over it. As somebody who's coached under 10s before, they're very all over it. So they only lost 3 wickets, a great start to the season and great enthusiasm. At home this Friday night, if you've got some free time, get down and support our under-10s. Good work to Benny and the boys down there, or all the people involved. I shouldn't say boys because I'm sure we've got some of the ladies now talking about wins, and I was talking about this with Sando off air about it was a much better weekend for the club in regards to wins and losses. We had the seconds playing Wonga Park, probably the big ones there. Nicholas Shields 3 for 22 maidens, which is awesome in a one day. I like it. It's probably even worth more than sometimes the wickets, of the fact that you can dot them up for, in that case, 12 balls. Angus Younger picking up the 2 for, and then Daniel Woodrow again last week for the bat, this week for the ball, 3 for 25. So have rolled Wonga for 116, and then have made a little bit of light work. Well, a bit of a struggle early on, 4 for 48. But yeah, the ship steadied by a couple of the older stages. Well, older. When I say older, I should say a bit experienced, because the Prez won't like that because he's still quite young. But 43, and Matty Peasley 39 off 33 off, hit 7 boundaries. So got that done in 22 overs, and a big win for the seconds.
Absolutely, yeah. No, good to get their season back on track. With a few, obviously Bobby coming back into that side, and Woodrow being promoted. Hopefully the boys can keep pressing on and get a few more wins during the year.
100%. All right, we'll go very quickly cover the thirds here. Played Hoddles Creek's first 11. We batted first, made 99, nearly batted out our overs. The scorecard, only the skip, Matty Stephen, with 19. A bit sad there. The boys at the end there, Tyson and Noah, got a few to make it a little bit more respectable. But yeah, a bit of a sad day for the Bart. And unfortunately, Hoddles Creek passed us down, 1 down, 17 overs in. So again, Matty Stephen, the only one with a wicket. So keep trying out there, boys. Keep working hard at training and that. But obviously up against it, playing against another club's first 11. Thoughts there, mate?
Yeah, obviously disappointing. Not really too much to look at there with the bat, but with the ball, I hadn't really had a look. Noah Spencer Wilburn, I think he's going to be a great cricketer when he, grows up a little bit. He's obviously still pretty young, and he's got to grow into his figure. I think he's going to be a really big piece of, the first and second 11 in the years to come. And then Matty Van, his first game in 15 years, none for 23 off 4 still, and with a maiden is still, still good going. And then Toby Waugh, his first game in the threes, I'm pretty sure, 2 overs for 9. There's some good signs there from the young fellas, and, obviously a bloke that hasn't played in a while. So, yeah, no, good signs for them, even though they're losing. I still think they're good signs.
Yeah, and the 2-day cricket coming up might suit us a little bit more. They'll able to get into their work, and obviously 1-day cricket can be a bit hit and miss, especially when you're playing a first 11. They get a third 11 this week against Warrenwood, so they're much better for our sort of development there.
Absolutely.
I'll give this one for you, mate, because the old man didn't want to tell me much about it.
Yes.
I'm
not too sure. I'm not really too sure what happened.
I'm going to say Rangers must have batted first, so this is in the opposite way. But yeah, so it looks like we've made 5 for 187.
Yep, which is a competitive score, but obviously playing a third 11, it's a little bit harder. Obviously Brad Carville with 48. Probably the only standout. I don't know.
No, you've skipped over the number 3 there, mate.
The number 3. Oh, Trevor. There he is. He's down at number 5. He's down at number 5 on my screen here.
Yeah.
Trev, 71. Reliable as always. I did think Trev was retiring, but obviously he's back, so that's good for us. 71, unreal. Against a third 11 as well. Does like the ball coming on, Trev. So, obviously helped him out there, which is nice. Good to see him back in the runs. And then for the bowling, obviously a bit of a hard day for the boys, but
yeah, I can see why the old man didn't want to tell me much about it from that point of view. They've obviously chased it down in 24 overs, just the 2 down. The good thing, young Tyler picking up a wicket there, 1 for
absolutely.
31. So good on him, and Jace back just bowling the 1 over, and that looked like that'll do him. 1 for 5, 1 for 4. Well, Jace Pet. Look at Jace's figures there. 4 overs, none for 5. Under bowled.
Oh no, it's like he puts the stats in himself. I reckon he's butchered them a little bit.
Yeah.
He might have given some. He might have given some to Cal just to make his stats look bad there. Oh, poor Callum, but no, Dad did say that they couldn't hit him, and I said I don't know why you bowl backwards, but no, good to see him. Just settling into his work as he has been for 40 years now. So
yeah, for sure. We get down into sixes, which was my mob on the weekend. We'll put it out there straight away. I went from chocolates to boiled lollies. Definitely no team of the week I'll be featuring in this week. It was pretty poor. We won the toss, and Benny decided to have a bowl this week because he didn't think the batting worked first last week, even though we put up a decent score. They just battered us out of the game. Rob Haynes made me look like I was playing like 20ths. Absolutely destroyed us. So there wasn't a lot. Like Richie Cliff bowled right up the start, at the top, and they couldn't hit Grant. Obviously Grant's played a lot of good cricket and stuff like that. Benny Owen and I bowled the 2 overs before taking the gloves off me because I couldn't catch a cold. Shan bowled good for his 4 overs, but yeah, unfortunately, when you put down a couple catches and they just battered us out of the game. Benny Owen up the top was the only one that looked like making runs. 55 not out. I think it's his first one for Rangers, so really well batted to the skip, Benny Owen. Shout out to Georgia, who actually is the only one that wanted to stick around. She faced 23 balls, only made the 1, but at least she was willing to stay out there. And then Alistair Ramsey at the end, 50 not out of 50 out of 31 balls. Of 10 boundaries. So that is Al's first 50, I believe, in cricket. So well done to Al there because, obviously put some respect on our scorecard because it was looking a bit sad there when I didn't mention there. So I put a horrible shot, but probably was Grant decided to one-up me and, played an even worse shot, first ball too. So you'll see that there. Grant Stutz, first ball, duck. Thanks for your effort in the 6-11 there, mate. So a bit sad. And then we'll quickly cover the juniors before we get into the women's.
I can talk about this one. Obviously, this is the side I coach. So, sorry, it's got the kids next door yelling.
Yeah, I was going to say, mate, it's like I didn't think you had any of the little ones running around, but they've definitely come out for the podcast.
Absolutely, yeah, just yelling off their head for no reason. We went out to Hillsville on Friday night, and obviously, a bit of a road trip up there, but obviously had a nice little win, as you can see by that. We bowled first, and right from the start, we had the foot on the throat sort of thing. The boys were unbelievable. They were, I do emphasise my fielding a lot. I feel like every good team has good fielders in it. And we fielded superb. I think we had 6 catches. I think we dropped one of them. We dropped 1 catch, which was a tough catch as well. Most people aren't going to take that with the ball going backwards at point there. But our standout bowlers, Oscar at the top there, 2 for 3. And then David took, it says only 1, but I thought he took 2 for 0. But no, they all bowled well. And then to the batting, obviously I just said to the boy, I threw it around a little bit this week. James normally doesn't open, and he wasn't, he wasn't overly happy about opening, but I said, just go out there and try your best. And I said to him and Steve-O Jr., just retire, get to your 20 balls. We're only chasing 46, so we don't need, to go hammer and tong from the start. We've got 23 overs to do it. And those boys did their job superb, facing their 20 balls. And then Ryan with his 20 balls. Xavier Payne, as always, way better than his dad. And then Larson, his first game for the club, batted superb as well. And then Xavier Ramsey, 15 off 8. We finished none for 103. We obviously kept going and gave, most of the kids a go, and then shook hands at about 18 overs or something like that. So it was a good win for the boys. And, we've got a 2-day this week, so we'll see how we go.
So for those who are not too sure, this Friday, 5 p.m, we're at home, the North Oval. So, yeah, if you're not doing anything, get down and support the young lads.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. And then we've got the other under 12 team playing in the 12 Sixers. So it was their first game. Unfortunately, went down to St. Andrews. Seems there we've made 7 for 80. Xavier with 18 and Ricky there with 13 by the looks of things. And then, unfortunately fell away a little bit after that, but they'll keep working at it and improving. And St. Andrews there, batting out 21 overs for their 4 for 84. So, congratulations. I see Patrick Kleeman in there. Good to see him actually get down helping out at the club also on Sunday. But, good luck to the young little Rangers there. And I think they've got an away game, which they do, and they're playing out at Norwood on Friday night. So good luck to them. On Saturday morning, we had the under-14s play. A bit of a result from the previous week. They turned it around with a big 5-wicket win against South Croydon. So with the batting wise, we had James get 14, Darcy 15, Remy 23. Oh, so South Croydon, my apologies. So let's go to the bowling. That's not what we want to talk about. Charlie with 1 for 7. Ethan, who had made his senior debut that day as well, took 1 for 4. Tyler 1 for 7. You had Elliot 1 for 2. And Kevin 1 for 9. So some good bowling there to restrict them to 95. And then, we made 5 for 97. Tyler with 16, and then Charlie 15. We had Tissa 12. A couple of not outs there at the end. So got the job done and for the first W for the year. So well done to the 14s. For the 14s this week, they've got the Saturday. They are playing away at Heathmont. So again, if you're traveling to your game on the weekend, get down and have a look. Finally, we had the E grade. We had the women's on yesterday. A bit of a controversial game, I must say. I was lucky enough to be coaching up at it obviously helping Grant with the coaching, but against one of my longtime good mates. So there was a little bit of a rivalry there for off the field for myself. They decided to bat first. We're actually much improved in the field. They did make 110 this week, but we did take the 6 wickets. There's a couple of moments I do need to share, and we'll get into those highlights in a second. Mia up the top with 1 for 15. Catherine Owen taking a wicket, 1 for 14. Georgia also a wicket, but the star, the bestest tawny, as we've dubbed her, Belinda's taken 2 for 5, and we do need to share her caught and bowled here. So especially for the other tawnies who are watching at home, this is how it's done, as she was sort of letting me know. It's a bit hard to see because the weather was starting to go against us. But she comes in to bowl off the very 2-step run up. The Knox player absolutely smokes it back to her, and she jumps up in the air and takes an absolute blinder one-hander. So well done to Belinda there. And then just to top it up, off her day, she just thought, I'm going to just try to get a run out as well. So it's unfortunately, of course, Frogbox misses the run out. So how good's that? Bloody Frogbox. That was good. And then with the batting side, unfortunately, we lost Barney first ball. Weird situation. Their team came up and asked me to run fielding drills with them before they went out, which obviously I declined. Didn't look like they knew what they were doing. And then first ball, Barney's hit it straight to point, ran the non-dangerous end and got herself run out from a girl that's swooped on it, picked up and thrown the stumps down. So we're like, well, these guys might be a little bit better than they were letting on. And then we had Georgia and Mia both not out, and then the rain came. And then we got a little bit of controversy between the two sides, and the umpire, who's probably took about an hour to make a decision on what they wanted to do. I'm really proud of how our club didn't get involved in it, and Mia stood her ground with the umpire to make sure the game was called off, because it was pretty unsafe out there. But unfortunately, I've had a couple of phone calls from people at their club saying they didn't think that should have been the case, but we were the bigger people in the day, so they get their first points for the season, and then they will move on. So the ladies next week have their first away game. We'll be playing against the Knox Baroni Cricket Club, and that's down at Miller Park on Sunday. So we wish them all the best as well. But nonetheless, good to get some wins, mate. Wins in the juniors, wins in the seniors. Yeah, it's good to get the season kick started.
Yeah, absolutely. A way better week this week. Kicking it off with the under-12s on the Friday night, and then just rolling in the Saturday morning, and then the ones obviously back to their winning ways over the past few years, and then the fours and those kind of teams getting back on the winners list, which they haven't done for a while, as Sando was saying in the fours. But no, it was a really good weekend for the club. And then obviously back at the club after on Saturday, the vibes were electric. There would have been 40 people there, I reckon. We cooked that many snags. It was an unreal feeling back at the club. And yeah, it was good to get back to the club. Well, I was obviously there all day because I can't do anything, but it was good for everyone to get back to the club and support the club and hang out with their mates after the game and debrief.
Mate, I haven't seen a circle like that before. I've been involved in a lot of cricket and a lot of clubs, but everyone got the red chair out and just enjoying everyone's company and having a chat about that is exactly what you want in cricket. So I thought that was awesome to see. So yeah, no, if you get the opportunity to come back on a Saturday night, special, it's all obviously better after a win. But even if you guys haven't, hopefully there's a few teams that have won and get around everyone's performance. And yeah, it was thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those that don't know, we always throw a barbie on after the game, so there's always a bit of food floating around, and yeah, just good to debrief before you go home, and you have to spend the whole day with the missus or something on the Sunday, so you might as well get the most out of it on the Saturday night.
Well, we have the women's club now, mate. So bring them down if you've got one.
Exactly
and
right.
To know the girls and and enjoy everybody's company there.
Absolutely.
We will. I better give a shout out to Hodgie as well because he does a ton of work with that barbecue afterwards. Do appreciate your work there, mate. So one of the unsung heroes, and we thank him for sending some stuff in there tonight when we knew Sando was on. We will finally touch with team of the week. As I said, definitely not in it this week. And obviously you can't be at the moment, Nathan. That may be off field because you're holding the club together there, mate, with your efforts on a Saturday. But we'll talk about some of these performances as well. So we've got we'll go through the batting side of things first. So we had Nath with the 50 and Benny Owen with 55 not out. You can talk about the next two guys because you already mentioned Blake, but I don't think we gave Rory enough love, especially him coming up against his old boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Rory was unreal from, as soon as he walked in. Obviously, his heart would have been beating going against the old club. And I don't know if they said anything to him, but I'm sure they would have given him a little bit of stick. And, he was unreal. Just the way he stood up and, took the game on. And he'd obviously faced those bowlers before and slapped him to all parts of the ground, which was nice. And he actually did have the old Rory fan club. There was about 15 of them sitting on one of the park benches, asking for the loyalty cards in the canteen because they were throwing a few VBs back, which I was enjoying. And it was unreal for Rory to get amongst the runs and against the old side, even better.
Yeah, and we haven't got up the bowling there, but because he didn't take the wicket, but he's the lockdown of that other end. While the other guys were doing all the work, 8 overs, 2 maidens, none for 15. To have an economy under 2 in a one-day game, especially the first 11 game, absolutely amazing stuff there, mate.
Yeah, he was huge. He was absolutely unreal.
All right, so we got Trev. We've talked about his great knock of 71. Alistair Ramsey, his first 50. The Prez is part of this team selection, and he's made it in 2 weeks in a row. I think I think maybe couple of the ones players there, but 43 not out with 1 catch and 1 stumping. He's making light work of the seconds at the moment, Michael.
Yeah, no, he won't like the rap at all, but no,
he won't. But
it's good. It's good to see him in there.
Yeah, no, keep it up, mate. We obviously want to see that sort of stuff. Brian with the 4 for 21. Joe, I've put the 5 for because it was 5 for definitely when we checked earlier in the day, but for whatever reason, maybe his brother came in and changed the stats and that. And we might have to have a look at who's doing some of these play cricket entries because I tell you what, some of these stats look a bit wrong each week.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, Joe was unreal. Opening the bowling, obviously, and yeah, he doesn't get hit too often, Joe, and always finds a way to take a wicket. So, been a great pickup for us. over the last 4 or 5 years, and even better around the club.
Belinda, with her first game, showing these toys, she said last week she was annoyed at us for not giving enough strife and getting into their performance. I know you did on Thursday night, but the tawnies, the double ducks that we had from there, and also had one Kiara, who I need to give a shout out to. Thank you so much for helping clear when the rain came. She was out there in the rain clearing all the stuff. Did pick up one of those weight bags that we do use to put the camera in place.
Yep.
And decided to drop it on my sore toe. So I appreciate the Kiara. That's why I've got the day off today. So can't walk right now, but that's all good. I do appreciate it. And I'm so glad that your mum performed. So, Belinda, 2 for 5, plus 2 catches, plus a run out. Not a bad debut for the Rangers there for our women's side. You'd take that every week. Daniel Woodrow, 3 for 25, and Nicholas there with the 3 for 20. So some really good bowling performances.
Yeah, unreal. Good to see Woodrow back after I think it was injury, as I said last week. Good to see him back around the club, and then Nicholas getting amongst the wickets in the second 11. Obviously played a few games in the twos last year. Probably didn't perform to how he liked, but it's good to see him being, probably one of the first or second bowlers picked now, overtaking his dad. So that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. It's all that ever matters, is that overtaking your old man.
Absolutely.
Oh, beautiful. Well, you got anything else to add before we wrap it up for another week, mate?
Nah, that's it from me. I'll probably ramble on Thursday night after dinner anyway, so I'll save the talking for then.
Well, do we know what's on for dinner, mate? Can we make a special announcement for the viewers out there?
I actually don't know what's for dinner this week. We haven't sort of thought of anything yet, but I'll try and get an exclusive for us next week. I'll try and get some dinners out for us, and everyone can look forward to those.
And huge credit to you guys, or I think it was 5 or 6 years. I think 55 meals you put out on Thursday night.
Yeah, we had about I think Mick was saying we had about 12 kilos of lamb. So yeah, we punched out a few, and no, it was unreal. It's, as I said on the Saturday night, it's even better to see everyone sticking around on Thursday night, having a meal and getting stuck into the fines. When we all take the piss out of each other. It's what it's all about, and it's why we're such a great club and everyone's so tight knit.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Chipper and myself might be leading those fines at the moment, but so hopefully a couple other people put their foot in it in the upcoming week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, beautiful. Well, thanks again, Naypay. Thanks to Sando. Thanks to everybody that messaged in about Sando. We do really appreciate you coming on the pod. And this is another Rangers rundown. Thanks, Naypay.
Thanks, mate.
See you later. Bye.